What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my favorite calisthenic exercises. So these ones are literally just body weight. The only piece of equipment we're gonna need today is just a high bar. So if you go to a park or if you have one at your gym, that is literally all you need. The rest is just gonna be body weight. So we're gonna be running through all parts of our body and we're gonna start off with our back first. So if you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and let's get into it. Starting off with pull-ups, we're gonna be going a nice wide grip and we're gonna make sure our thumbs are hooked. So we're gonna do a nice big jump up to the bar. Again, thumbs are hooked, nice wide grip. We wanna make sure that we're hanging with nice straight arms. We're gonna retract, pull, get that chin right above the bar, slow lower, really flare our lats, and then go back up again. Up, slow lower, and down. We're gonna go for one more. Up, chin way above the bar, slow all the way down. So pull-ups is one of my favorite exercises for our back, and in general it's one of the main exercises that a lot of people ask me how to achieve. If you can't necessarily do a pull-up yet, another great variation would be working on your inverted rows or your dumbbell rows if you're someone who doesn't have a TRX attachment. So moving on from our back, we're gonna next go to our chest. Moving on to our chest, one of my favorites of course is going to be the classic push-up. So in terms of setup for this one, we wanna make sure that our hands, our thumbs are just right underneath our armpits, elbows slightly at a 45, feet just shoulder width or hip width apart, and pushing up nice and strong. Down and up, getting full contact, and then back down. We're going for two more. Two. Now, for push-up, if you don't have a full push-up quite yet, you can always modify to your knees or you can always do an incline. If you want to get more of a chest, we can go slightly wider, make it a little harder, and more of a chest push-up here. My favorite variation though is just the thumbs right underneath your shoulders. Moving on to our lower body, we're gonna do one of my favorite squat variations. We're gonna have our feet just in a regular squat, just feet underneath our hips. We're gonna go down to about 90 degrees. We're gonna go up onto our toes and then stand and then back down. So a little more control this time, up onto our toes, up and then down. One of the main things I want you to focus on for this one is that as we go down here, when we go up into this heel raise, we don't want our feet or knees to sickle in. We want it nice and strong, controlled, and then lower. From the side as well, when I'm going down, my weight is evenly distributed. My core is tight as I go forwards and then come back up, slow lower. I'm not pushing too much weight forward. Instead, think of someone pulling with a string up on your head as you go into that calf raise and not pushing you forward. The reason why I like this exercise so much is it helps strengthen the quads, helps with ankle mobility and ankle strength in terms of balance, and transitions very well into working on our pistol squats later down the road. So that's why it's a great lower body exercise and it requires no weights. So moving on, let's go to my favorite core exercise. Moving on to core, one of my favorite exercises is the hanging leg raise. So we're gonna do a nice big jump up to the bar, nice firm grip, ankles and toes, legs nice and straight and squeezed, toes to the bar, and then back down. So we're not gonna be doing CrossFit style kipping toes to bar, so we're not using momentum to come up. We wanna make sure that our core is squeezed. Again, we wanna think belly button in and up, and then lifting our legs nice and tight. The hanging leg raise is a great exercise in terms of advanced core movements. You can always modify and just do a laying down leg raise on the floor. Next up, we're gonna be doing our shoulders. So my favorite exercise is actually a push-up variation, a pike push-up, which is a progression towards our handstand push-up. So we're gonna have our hands just slightly wider than our shoulders, and then we're gonna aim to have our head right in the middle, slightly in front, making a triangle shape. Big important thing here is that the elbows are not winging out to the side because that's gonna cause a lot of lateral pain in the wrist. So make sure the elbows aren't going out. We want them back at a 45. So coming up nice and strong, creating that triangle, and then coming up. Now if coming to the forehead is too hard, we can always go to the top of the head and then back up. So again, the elbows are slightly tucked and we're creating that triangle, tight core, and it's all shoulders on this one. Now, depending on your strength for your push-ups, You can always just do regular push-ups because that's also gonna help work your front delt as well. This is just my favorite variation for working my shoulders completely. Next, we're gonna continue on and we're just gonna work the arm, the biceps, and the triceps. The next two exercises are for our biceps and our triceps. So the first one's going to be a bodyweight skull crusher, and the second one's gonna be a pseudo push-up, which again is another variation of a regular push-up. So starting with skull crushers, flat on the ground, in a nice high plank position, we're gonna drop our elbows and then come back up. Drop, and then up. Now, if this is too hard flat on the ground, we can always do it against the wall as a modification. That's gonna hit our triceps. Next, we're gonna do our biceps. So we're gonna go flat on the ground, fingertips facing backwards, finding your placement here on what feels comfortable on your wrist. We're gonna squeeze our glutes and our core, push up and squeeze, down and up. Coming up nice and strong. We can always modify to our knees if needed, and then back up. So the reason why I find these or like these as my favorite exercise is skull crushers is one of the best tricep exercises you can do. You really feel it the next day, and in turn you can always make it harder or simpler, and again, it's just your body weight. Now for pseudo push-ups, I love pseudo push-ups. This is gonna help me a lot towards my planches, which is a big reason why I love to do them, but also in terms of just a body weight exercise hitting those biceps, again, you're gonna really feel it the next day, and it's a great variation to add into your workout. So that is the full body, just doing your own body weight as well as using the high bar for my favorite exercises. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you try some of these exercises. If you do, make sure to comment below and like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.